Yes, international one-day cricket is back. Hello, everybody. It's Ian Maurice with you with highlights of the first of the 3 one-day matches between Australia and Pakistan, this being played in Karachi. The Australians, of course, full of confidence after that historic Test series win, and so they'll be out to really go one better and take out this one-day series. Let's check the teams. The Australian batting card, you'll find that Mark Waugh and Adam Gilchrist will open. Ponting, Waugh is captain of the one-day team, of course. Bevan, Lehman, Martin, Julian, Young, Fleming and McGrath makes up the Australian 11. The Pakistanis, well, you see that Inzaman ul-Haq is not there. He is out injured, but nevertheless a pretty strong-looking Pakistan side. Pakistan has won the toss and they've sent Australia into bat. We pick up play in the second over. Australia no wicket for 5, and it's Kabir bowling to Mark Waugh.
Very wide, and Mark Waugh's gone after it to go to the boundary. If he'd let it go, he would have got the wide, but he elected to chase after it. The lack of bounce allowed him to do that. So Australia scores their first boundary in the second over.
Mark Waugh, fresh from 70-odd in Bangladesh, is in some pretty good touch.
Wasim Akram continues for Pakistan. Wide, and that's where he's strong. He's very strong square of the wicket on both sides, Adam Gilchrist, and when you can cut Wasim Akram in front of point for 4, it shows you what sort of form you're in. Kabir Khan to Gilchrist, and that's what he does well as well. He has whacked that 2 bounces over mid-wicket for 4. And he has the licence, Adam Gilchrist, but more importantly, he has the skill.
Yes, Kabir Khan just dropping this a little short. Adam Gilchrist rocks back, hits this over mid-wicket.
Quick single. And overthrows. It may go towards the fence, and brilliant piece of fielding. But no result for Pakistan, good result for Gilchrist. He just took off with a short single, and the bowler not too pleased.
The short single, and this is poor fielding. He's entitled to have a shot at the stumps in a run-out opportunity. The Pakistanis didn't back up.
That's Shoaib Akhter, the young opening bowler. And in the air, that's the place to bowl. But only 2 slips. The applause to the bowler by the captain, Amir Sahal, that with a wide third man and 2 slips, he went to the boundary. So action for Australia in this over.
Late swing produces the edge. One-day cricket, you don't have 3 slips. That has cost the bowler 4 runs.
Again, he cracks it past point for 4. And you can't bowl there. And the half volley, but in the air, between the 2 men, didn't quite get it. Adam Gilchrist, but got it well enough for a boundary. So didn't quite get his weight over the ball, but the placement was there.
It's a good shot in the end, this, from Adam Gilchrist, but as David Hook said earlier, the footwork not quite as crisp as it could be. Stuck on the crease a little bit.
And so Shoaib Akhter, this explosive young man. Tried to get inside it. It's a little bit too much pace for him, I think. It was on him faster than he anticipated.
It's Mark Waugh thinking to hit it over mid-wicket.
This time he gets it nicely. We need to hurry. He may not have hurried quite enough. Salim Alahi in the deep, magnificent throw. It was always going to be tight.
See whether it hit it on the full stumps. They're struggling there. And yes, I think he's shot. That's excellent piece of fielding.
And he's gone. The shake of the head. That was always going to be tight. Salim Ali had to hit. He had to hit, and he did it from the deep.
Yes, a direct hit, and he was shot there. Pakistan were looking for a breakthrough. They finally got it through a run out. Mark on for 11. It's 1 for 52.
Well, what a moment. Ricky Ponting now. That's through. Just the frustration, the one slip. The pain of it all. It's not a bowler's game, young man. Places that nicely. And of course we'll see him, no doubt, bowling some leg breaks. That's somehow got through. Inside edge. So 67 from 69 balls. We saw Shoaib Akhter a moment ago doing his stretches. Got that one away, all the way. Magnificent shot. It's 1 for 75.
Shoaib Akhter to come back into the attack, and Gilchrist on strike on 44. Ricky Ponting on 10. And it's in the air. And what a catch. Brilliant catch at mid-wicket. It was high in the air. The umpire scoring for the ball. Just the one hand. He realised that he couldn't get two. And Azam Khan realised he couldn't get both hands to the ball, so he just thrust out the right hand.
Well, it was outstanding. He was never going to get there, really. And he just made this final athletic lunge with his right hand. And as David said, it was brilliant. Outstanding, call it what you want. But you see a piece of special fielding there. 78 for 2.
Darren Lederman comes in because of Gilchrist getting the ball high on the bat. And a lot of running around by the fieldsman, cameraman, but brilliant. Thrashed through the covers by Ponting. Lovely shot. He's done an enormous amount of work about playing spinners as Ricky Ponting. And he looked very good in the test match that he played when Lehman was injured, and he looks very good today. Shoaib Akhter to Ponting. Leg side and in the air, and he's kicked it straight to square leg. Shoaib Akhter. So it drifted down leg side as one of Ponting's strengths, and he wasn't sure whether he should keep it on the ground or flick it over the man's head at backward square leg, and he did neither.
Yes, he didn't make up his mind whether he was playing it a little later on the floor or flipping it early and taking it over the top of the square leg man. Just went straight at Shoaib Akhter. And that's a gift wicket. 83 for 3.
The captain comes in. He lost the toss this morning. Amir Sahal won the toss and he elected to bowl. And so far, although the run rate's been very good, they've done 3 very good things, Pakistan. That's get 3 Australian wickets. Shoaib Akhter has a couple of wickets now. He's bowling to Steve Waugh with 2 men in close on the off and leg side and a slip. And immediately the skipper gets away from the strike. So 3 wickets have fallen today after Sahal won the toss. And maybe the outside edge. We'll have to wait for the umpire, but it went past the wicketkeeper, and in fact it was called by. So a good slower ball and a poor bit of keeping by Mohan Khan, not keeping his legs together.
Well, it deceived Lehman. Lehman really played at it as if it was a firm, fast delivery. He was totally deceived, and so was Mohan Khan.
17 overs gone. Slow over rate by Pakistan, just 11 per hour as Afridi continues.
That's beautifully placed, beautifully timed. Lehman strong through there. And here's Arshad Khan. And look at those enthusiasts on the roof. He hoiks this one around and gone. Straight to Afridi. Second catch in that position, just ahead of square. This time, Arshad Khan. Afridi involved all the time.
Well, Steve Watt picked it up early. The idea was to clear Shoaib Akhter, but it went straight down his throat. Arshad Khan is bowling a very nice line, and there you see, nicely held by Shoaib Akhter. Another good catch from him. Steve Waugh gone for 10. It's 413.
And so Michael Bevan, said by some to be the most accomplished one-day batsman in the world, comes to the wickets. Amir Sahel. Not happy, the skipper.
Well, Arshad Khan was struggling to stop this one. Dropped it while he's trying to throw it. And then nice desperate effort in the end to stop an extra run.
Plenty of colour and movement out there. He's placed that nicely. That's through and that's running away. Beautifully timed.
Well, this was an excellent shot. Waited for that one, made a little bit of room. Well, there you see the progress of the Australians. 4 wickets have gone down. It's a steady run rate.
Placed that very well. Just a couple of errors starting to creep in as the field is put under more pressure.
And lovely placement. There's a man at point on the fence, and Lehman knows that in his little mind. He brings up Australia's 150 by just waiting for the ball and then punching it in front of point where the man isn't. Brilliant batting.
He's been looking to give himself a little bit of room. Full swing of the bat at that ball. Brilliant placement.
Akhter comes back. Bevan on strike. And 2 wide. Good shot. 4 runs. So any width for these two left-handers, particularly with the right arm bowler going across their body, is easy pickings for these classy players.
There's a brilliant shot there from Michael Bevan.
And there it is, the Karachi. So great understanding is required when you bring up a fast runner at the other end. As Lehman cuts to backward point to bring up his half-century. So his 4th half-century in one-day internationals for Australia. It took a long time to get a game for Australia, and he hasn't let the selectors down in either forms of cricket. 77. Michael Bevan on strike. He's on 24 from 31 balls. Lehman 53 from 63. And it's in the air, over mid-on. So 2 runs to Bevan, trying to pull away Akhter. And again, the pace of Shoaib Akhter just causing the Australian batsmen who try to pull just a little bit of concern. And Lehman's just stood there and swung across the line. And a long way for the umpire to signal 4. So that is a good shot against the fast bowler.
This is Darren Lehman at his best. Very dangerous player. Just picked that up.
As Afridi continues. And Lehman is very strong through the leg side, and that is no exception. There's a man at backward square leg, there's a man at mid-wicket, and he bisected them both. So Lehman moves to 62 from 67 balls. Bevan's on 29 from 34 balls.
He's got that one very awkwardly, that one on the crown. He's got that very fine, very effectively. Very clever batting by these two. Have to hurry. Umpire batter's called for it.
Watch this here. The keeper has to grab it. See, makes all the difference.
Beautifully placed again. Really is a joy to watch in this sort of touch. Swipes that away, and that's got through again. There is nothing they can do, whether they're playing conventionally or unconventionally.
Well, I think this field setting is money for old rope, really. I think they'll be whacking these at my village club team. You can't set fields like this.
And the very man we were talking about, Shoaib Akhter. And this one's just eased away. Beautifully timed, beautifully placed.
Now, this is exactly what I was saying about. Now, watch this shot carefully. It's just a little push flip. That is, just clips it into the gap.
Michael Bevan reaches 50. Just placed it beautifully again. Look at that. Shoaib Akhter just gets to it on this occasion, but again, the placement has been just so precise.
Well, it's like all happening in slow motion. Otherwise, the coach, Javid Miandad, is going to have his pads on.
And that's straight through to the fence for 4. That one's through again. He knows where the gaps are. It's another 4. He's into the 90s, Darren Lehman. Make that 8. And so if any man can stem the flow, it'll be Shoaib Akhter, but it might be too little too late. There it is. How delighted he is. The Australians on the balcony, getting tremendous ovation from the crowd everywhere. Good house, 45,000 or so rise to him. Just over Sahal's head.
He's delighted. He's had a wonderful tour to Pakistan. Looked at ease against the spinners. It's a wonderful knock from him.
The swing's high. Mir Sahal is under it and should catch it at mid-wicket. And he does. So the end of a tied innings by Darren Lehman at the end. Pretty special day for him, though. Australia lost the toss. Lehman came in at number 4 with a score at 2 for 78. And he departs on a hot day in Karachi with the score at 5 for 270, himself making 103.
Well, it was a tight shot, trying to play across the line, trying to hit it over square leg. but it's nicely held by Amar Sohail. Fantastic knock from Darren Lehman. 103, his first century in one-day cricket in Australia, and now 5 for 270.
Damien Martin comes in at number 7 with just over 6 overs remaining. But he'll be at the non-strikers end.
Lehman trying to make room for himself, but it was cleverly bowled by Arshad Khan in the end. Had to play across the line and didn't middle it. Straight in the safe hands of Amar Sohail. And this is where he's so strong. That's a fantastic hit. 4. Had the spot in mind and went right across the line. Hit it hard and low. Australians got off to a fine start and then consolidated through that massive partnership between
Lovely shot to end of the over. It was a picket fence until then. 5 consecutive singles, and at 9 runs from the Wasim Akram over. So with 18 balls remaining for Australia, Australia just 6 runs shy of 300. Just the one maiden you can see by that Karachi. Although there is another maiden, but there was a leg bye from it, which doesn't show up. Michael Bevan tries the cross-court forehand with a lot of topspin and gets away with it. Great improvisation by Bevan. And he has moved to 78 with 17 balls remaining.
It's an excellent shot. A difficult one. He moved away, thinking that he'd hit it through the covers.
And a flat bat shot again. It may go all the way to the boundary. It does. Great placement by Bevan, and a well struck off a bad ball. He had a million places he could have hit that one, and he decided to hit it straight.
A flat, straight drive that was hit quite powerfully. Found the gap and went all the way. Beautifully hit again. Nice swing of the bat.
It's in the air. He's on 83. Amir Sahal should take his second catch in 2 overs, and he does. The end of another fabulous innings from Michael Bevan. He really has the ability to bat at number 6 so well. He should be well pleased with the way that he played today. 83 runs he made from 76 deliveries, and quite rightly getting the applause of this crowd.
Well, this one again, a tight shot, had to go for it. Only 3 overs left, and this good catch by Amar Sohail in the end. He's taken his second one. A great knock from Michael Bevan. It's gone for 83. Australia lose their 6th wicket for 304.
Brendan Julian, the big hitting right-hander batsman and left-arm bowler from Western Australia, comes to the crease, but again, he goes straight to the non-strikers end. Batsman crossed. And caught and bowled. So Damien Martin just checks his shot instead of going through with it in the latter stages of the one-day game, and he paid the ultimate penalty.
It was cleverly bowled by Wasim Akram. The crowds enjoy that one. They're just rolling his fingers over that one. A slow one. Damien Martin not reading it, and just went straight to Wasim Akram. It's gone for 13. Australia now 7 for 307.
Brad Young comes to the crease for Australia, playing just his 3rd one international, and that's probably Glenn McGrath's best chance, padding up like that. Another attempted Yorker becomes the waist-high full toss, which gets smashed through cover for 4. You can't bowl any bad balls to Brendan Julian.
Well, this was a poor ball from Shoaib Akhter. Tried to bowl a Yorker, but Julian made himself a bit of room and went through that cover area.
316 has been the highest score by any side ever in chasing to win. So history will have to be made today. Nice slow ball, and got him. Good slow ball. Brendan Julian, I think, picked it. He tried to wait that fraction later and smash it over mid-wicket where there was no man, but he was beaten by a good ball.
Yes, a good slow one. Tried to hit it a little too hard. And had his leg peg uprooted. Julian gone for 9. It's an extremely good score, 324. So Australians after 50 overs are looking very good.
Enjoyed that Australian batting performance, wasn't it fantastic? 8 for 324, 6.5 per over, the average. And what about Lehman? 103 from 101 deliveries, and ably supported by Bevan, 83 from 77, and trying to get his 100, he got himself out. But nevertheless, 8 for 324 is going to be very, very hard for the Pakistanis to catch. Let's see what they can do. We pick up play. The second ball of the Pakistani innings, it's McGrath bowling to Salim Ilahi.
Gone. The Australians couldn't hope for a better start.
Flashing outside the off stump, a thickish edge. Mark Waugh at first slip, takes the catch, and Australia just the start they wanted. McGrath celebrates. Ilahi on his way for 0. Pakistan 1 for none.
And so Captain Amir Sahel, who must have thought it can't get any tougher, suddenly finds it does get tougher. He's at the wicket following the dismissal of Salim Ilahi.
A little bit of swing, a bit of extra bounce from Glenn McGrath. And Mark Waugh takes a good catch at first slip. The ball would have been coming at good pace. A slashing cut shot, catches the edge, and Mark Waugh does the rest.
Normally a specialist opening batsman, of course, particularly in the 5-day game. And he's away. It's gone, dropped. In and out. Brendan Julian snatched at it, kicks the ground in disappointment.
Yes, perfect bowling from Glenn McGrath. Not the most difficult of chances, although there must be something about Pakistan and the Australian fielders. Always seem to have trouble catching here. Had another grab at it. And frustration from Glenn McGrath. And not the first time on this tour.
Damien Fleming, who had a little bit of food poisoning 24 hours ago, but has regained his strength. There's that unorthodox forcing shot of Afridi's.
Yes, a big agricultural there. Catches inside edge, so gets a single for it, but he's chancing his arm, as you'd expect.
Whereas Sahel is quite orthodox and conventional and will need to be in this situation. Very big ask for Pakistan. And gone! Virtually guided that one into Mark Waugh's hands. So reprieve just a moment ago. This time he's gone. Mark Waugh taking his second catch. And Pakistan reeling.
This is brilliant bowling by Damien Fleming, pushing the ball across. Sahel catches the edge. Mark Waugh has had a good side at the first one. Makes no mistake on the second one. Amir Sahel out for 5. And now Pakistan are 7 for the loss of 2.
Ijaz Ahmed arrives. And this is why he's here.
Brilliant bowling from Damien Fleming. The ball pitches, seams away. Amir Sahel follows it, catches the edge, and Mark Waugh does the rest. Right in the buckets.
Let's look at that comparison. Got that right on the bottom of the bat. He's playing across the line all the time. He's a good enough player to play straight. Gets inside this one, lifts him beautifully. Over mid-wicket. One bounce into the fence, it's 2 for 19. He got inside it beautifully, assessed it quickly. Being so unorthodox, he's timed it a treat. This is up. This should be a return catch. He's under it. McGrath. It's taken eternity to come down. So, Afridi's gone, and one senses Pakistan's chances with him.
Afridi's been throwing the bat at just about everything. Glenn McGrath bangs this one in a little shorter outside the off stump. Afridi tries to hit it over wide mid-on, hits it straight up in the air, and Glenn McGrath doesn't drop him off his own bowling. Good catch. Afridi out for 6. Pakistan now 19, the loss of 3 wickets.
And so Yusuf Yohana now, as Pakistan reel at 3 for 19, changing the commentary position. Jeff Boycott with David Hooks.
Thank you, Mike Cowd. So if the man at second slip can't do the work for you, you've got to do it yourself. And Glenn McGrath did just that. So ball's in the air, past point. But it won't get all the way to the fence. Michael Bevan doing the fielding. And it bounces over the heads of the wicketkeeper in first slip and goes to the boundary. So yet another eventful over. 7 overs gone, the fires are starting, and Pakistan is 3 for 25. In the air and between first and second slip. Yohana off the mark.
Well, they're just having to take chances, risky chances now. They're so much under pressure. He's sort of pushing at that. It's a good length ball, very good line and length.
So one slip and a man at point again for Ijaz, who's very strong square of the wicket. And that's a lovely shot. Lovely free swing of the ball, with the bat to the ball.
He's a good player, as Ijaz just hit through the line.
And smashing shot. Probably the best back foot off drive we've seen all series.
Well, Glenn McGrath, I don't know what he was bowling there, just a juicy half volley. And he absolutely smashed it.
So McGrath's got some work to do for a change. And it's pulled in the air and got him. Brad Young has taken a blinder at mid-on. Consecutive boundaries. He tried for 3 in a row. It was too full, too close to him to play the pull shot. And McGrath's got his 3rd wicket.
Yeah, he played 2 lovely shots, but this one wasn't quite short enough. He does like to get outside the line and lift it over the leg side, but he was just onto him a little bit quicker than he wanted. A neat catch in the end. Not too straightforward, but nicely done. What was that? 38 for 4.
Azan Khan comes to the crease, courtesy of a very, very good catch at mid-on by Brad Young, as McGrath picks up his 3rd wicket. Very low, very athletic Brad Young. He's a left arm finger spinner, and you see there the ball in his dominant hand. So sad scorecard for Pakistan fans, trying to get that 325 for victory. Fleming has 1 for 16 from his 4.1 overs, so He's been of great support to Glenn McGrath this afternoon. And clipped away towards man adds backward point in Brad Young. And they get 2. Plenty of travelling to be done by both sides. And of course all the crew over the next 4 or 5 days, with the next match in Peshawar on Sunday, then Lahore on Tuesday. And outside edge. And great catch by Adam Gilchrist. So talking about travelling, he flew to the right, and Pakistan are in all sorts of trouble. This is a collapse.
Well, he's such a good bowler, Damien Fleming, when he pitches the ball up. He just gets the ball to hold its line. The young man didn't quite get to the pitch of the ball. I don't think it really left him so much as held its line, and he was just a little feeling for it. 41 for 5.
Mohan Khan, who kept wickets for the 50 overs, didn't think that he would be coming in the 10th over. But here he is at 5 for 41, thanks to a very good catch by his opposite number.
Yeah, you see the second stride from the young batsman there. He never quite got his foot far enough forward. There, and then he has to fall forward.
Nice shot. And a long chase from third man, but the boundary will win, and it does. On the toes and punched nicely through point.
Well, he hit it in the middle. He could have done with a little better footwork, but he did get up on his toes. This young kid, he needs a few runs, actually. I've seen him bat now 3 or 4 times, and he's never made a run. Shot. That's a beautiful shot. I like that. He's not blasted that, he's just caressed it. And that's what he needs. He needs some runs, but some nice batting. 50 for 5.
Nicely clipped off his pads. Johanna goes to 17. And disappointed Damien Fleming at the end of the over. Pakistan 5 for 55. And Brad Young will come on bowling left arm spin from the shell end.
Got that one away pretty fine. Fleming couldn't quite get down to it. Valiant effort. He's pounded that down the ground for 4. Virtually straight through Brad Young. He gave that heaps. This time he's gone square for another 4. What might have been, says Brad Young. 14 off at 5 for 74. So it's going to be Brendan Julian. A double bowling change. Bowled him. So Julian strikes now. The 6th wicket down. Moin Khan has gone. And really, Pakistan, diabolical trouble.
Well, Moin Khan completely missed that one. It came back a little to him. There you see him, no footwork, playing from the crease, and was beaten for pace as well. So he's gone for 16. Pakistan lose their 6th wicket for 76.
Well, Wasem Akram, 6 for 76 in pursuit of 325. Kicked that away for 4, Julian.
Well, I think he's a far better player, Alan, than be averaging 15.
We know what a fantastic bowler he's been, and his batting is a little disappointing.
because he can do that. In the air, and Brad Young couldn't see the ball because of Johanna. You might say to the umpire, what about obstructing the field, Mr. Umpire? But he couldn't blame the non-striker.
It was Akram trying to hit this to mid-off. And a great effort from Brad Young.
Lovely shot from Johanna. Certainly showing his class today. We didn't really see it during the test matches, but there's been some nice signs for the young man today. There it goes, Akram. Wide down to long on and over the head of Lehman. And 6 runs. Nicely struck, bit of a risk, but Lehman needed to be 7 foot tall. Halfway. So the runs are about right. And as we thought, Michael Bevan to take over from Glenn McGrath.
There you are. Contest won by the Aussie.
Beautiful, caught and bowled.
You see, it's that much more difficult to hit if you're not sure what he's bowling. See, there goes the wrist over. Now, what was it? Leg spinner, googly, top spinner. A lot of batsmen have a few problems with that, so you can't expect late order players like Wasim to read every wrist spinner's delivery. 130 for 7.
Shoaib Akhter. Well, there's the comparison. Of course, that critical figure is the wicket loss. In the deep, and he's put it down. Damien Martin got to it, just couldn't hold on to it.
But look at this shadow directly behind him. He just seemed a little late getting forward, as if he hadn't picked it up in the sun, and then when he did, he just made a little bit of a mistake. That's out. Oh, he's dropped it. Another cuckoo gone down. They're enjoying this, the Aussies. They want to stay out there bowling.
Well, down it goes, another one. So as well as they've played, they've still made some mistakes. Another full toss. He's got that one through.
Because then when you do have a good day in the field, it's going to help you in a tight situation. And there could be a relaxation for them.
And he just picks him up nicely, Yusuf Johanna, to bring up his 50. The 6. That's in the context of this game, and in the context of the mood of the Pakistan dressing room, that's a very good hand. Shoaib Akhter's got that run away. Gonna run all the way to the ball, boys.
I think here with his batting, though, Michael Bevan's got to pitch it up a little bit. That's better. Draw him on the front foot. Mistimed. It's squirted away for 4, but once Bevan draws him onto the front foot, it's much harder to drive it unless you pick it.
So Damien Fleming to return to the front line. Dropped. Just too casual. It's Bevan again. It's too casual.
Well, this is extraordinary.
So Michael Bevan from the commentary box end. Johanna tries to thrash him through the offside. He gets it square than he would have liked, but it may go all the way. It does. So boundary takes Johanna to 65 and the Pakistan to 176. So Johanna brings up his highest score in one-day internationals with a boundary. It takes him to 70, beats his previous highest score of 66 against Zimbabwe in Harare this year, and that ends the over. So Pakistan 7 for 183.
Good partnership between Yusuf Johanna and Shoaib Akhter.
So the rank long hop gets hit towards the boundary, but not over another 4.
It was a good shot.
And again, past first slip. So a wry smile by Bevan, but it still gets to the boundary. So you're having a few problems with Bevan in the last quarter of an hour or so, but he still manages to move along to 84. Bowling change again by the Australian captain Steve Oritz to bring himself on from the commentary box end. And another drop catch. So Steve Waugh remains on 184 wickets. And another drop catch goes down for the Australians. So 42 overs gone. Pakistan 7 for 221. Brendan Julian to resume from the shell or scoreboard end. And it's in the air and he's out. So finally, Michael Bevan's taken a catch. He took a good caught and bowled, dropped the 2 ones after that. And Brendan Julian, the Australian left arm medium pacer, gets rid of a man on the verge of his first century in Yusuf Johanna, who played very, very well. But he was finally dismissed in trying to go over the top of mid-on. I guess you could say there's no real need for him to play that shot. He'd done all the hard work. He'd been a lone hand for Pakistan. And he departs for 92. And Pakistan in the 43rd over, 8 for 221.
Ashad Khan is coming to the wicket at a lot more respectable scoreline than might have been considered a little while ago. And I think the work being gone. Just talking about misunderstandings. And that's a sad conclusion for Shoaib Akhter, who had worked very well.
There's terrible misunderstanding here. Ashad Khan hits that straight to mid-wicket. Shoaib Akhter takes off for the run. Sent back quite rightly, and the end of a very good defiant innings. 36, played very well. Pakistan now 224 for 9.
Kabir Khan